Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. All right, I got a metronome. Hey, what's happening? So, what is going on? Just got to get the volume here somewhere. So today, what we're going to do is continue, and this time we're going to apply some of the information that we talked about. And just to recap a little bit, we had this fretboard, the fretboard memory technique, which involves looking at all the notes on the neck as half steps and whole steps, and it's all outlined here. Half steps and whole steps, 2 frets, 1 fret. And also what we found was that there were empty spaces, and those empty spaces can be filled with more half steps that are sharps and flats. And we defined what the sharp is. Sharp is a half step forward, flat is a half step backward. And so what we end up with is a fretboard with 12 notes, and it's completely filled. Okay, so what we have is another good visual here of the fretboard, and what this is the same notes. These are all the natural notes on the fretboard, and I am going to do this. I'm going to clear these, delete them. That should go. It may go. There it goes. Okay, so what we're going to start with is the first string, okay, the top string, which is here. This is the F up here on top, and I know that the board is set up where when you look at it, you're looking at the bottom, but it's actually the top. It's you looking down at the fretboard. So here's B, C, D, E, F, half step, and whole step G. Okay, up to the 15th fret. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to target 3 notes. Okay, the first note is F. Second note is B, which is on the 7th fret, and you want to hold that down with your index finger. And then the third note is E. Okay, on the 12th fret. And what's going to happen is your other fingers are just going to follow, and you're going to cover the whole fretboard in 3 moves up to the 15th fret. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to circle F, B, and E as the target notes. And then we will use those notes to target with the index finger. So the index finger is going to go F on the 1st fret, B on the 7th fret, and then E on the 12th fret. And you can just have your other fingers should be not on the strings, but just ready to go, ready to press down the notes. And so, but first you want to get 12, 7, and 1. Okay, so here's F, G, A. Right, so F, G, A. Then you go to the 7th fret, and you have B, C, D. Then you go to the 12th fret, and you have E, F, G. And you want to start slow. Just F, G, A, F, G, A. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. B, C, D, B, C, D, B, C, D. B, C, D. E, F, G, E, F, G, E, F, G. 12th fret. E, F, G, E, F, G. 7th fret. B, C, D, B, C, D, B, C, D. 1st fret. F, G, A. Whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step. And that's a good thing to notice also is that F to G is a whole step, G to A is a whole step. That's a pattern, There's three patterns. The next pattern is BC, which is a half step, and D, BCD, half step, whole step. And then you have another half step, whole step. So that's two patterns right there. Now the next string is A, B, C, D. There's that pattern again, right? That's the same as these patterns. And then you have E, F, G, another one, right? So far you have only two patterns. There's a third one though. Then you have G, A, B, C, right? So you have E, F, G, that's the same pattern. Then this is the new pattern here, which is A, B, C. It's whole step, half step. It's like the reverse of these other two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing here. You got B. Okay, let me fix that. You have B, E, and A as the target notes. And it's the same exercise. So on the A string, which is the 5th fret, you're going to go to the B, which is on the 2nd fret. And you have B, C, D. Half step, whole step. B, C, D, B, C, D, B, C, D. Right? Then you're going to slide up to the 7th fret, which is the E, and half step and whole step. E, F, G, E, F, G, E, F, G, E, F, G. And then you go up to the 12th fret, A, B, C, A, B, C. And this is a new pattern. It's a whole step and a half step. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. And that's the exercise. You want to start slow? And the picking is down and up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And you should shake out your wrist. You know, if you feel any kind of strain, you should run cold water over it and take breaks regularly. Don't hurt your wrist. I know this is a stretch up here at the end of the neck. There's a lot of stretching going on there, and so you have to kind of be careful. Sometimes you want to just keep your wrist completely straight, and although that's very awkward, you can move your thumb down. A, B, C, that's the new pattern, right? So there's three patterns altogether, and you have D, E, F, okay? So it's whole step, half step, right? Here's A, B, whole step, half step. And then this is the next pattern, D, E, F, whole step, half step. Again, it repeats the same thing. Then you have G, A, and B, which is whole step, whole step. Then B, C is a half step. C to D is a whole step. D, E, whole step, whole step. And then this is a root note of the next pattern. F, G, A, whole step, whole step. Then you have B, C, D, half step, whole step. And then the last string, the bottom string is F, G, A, right? Whole step, whole step. And then you have B, C, D, half step, whole step. Then you have E, F, G, right? And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put all the target notes on. So you have E as a target note. You have A as a target note. This is where your index finger is going to go. Your index finger will go to all the blue circled notes. So you have A and D and G. And a lot of them land on the same frets. C is a target note. F is a target note. And you're covering the whole fretboard in 3 moves, which is a good practice as far as how you're going to adjust your wrist movement. And again, this should be practiced slowly and carefully. And if you feel any strain, you should take breaks. And here's this target note. So there you have it. That's pretty much the whole thing. And the practice is on each one of these blue notes. So if I'm on the D string, the 4th string, right? I have E, F, G, E, F, G, half step, whole step, E, F, G, right? There's A, index finger to the A, B, C, and then index finger to the D. And you could look at the 12th fret, and you know the target note's got to get to that 12th fret because it's in a line there. You can see the full. These are all the target notes on the 12th fret. Then you have target notes on most of the 7th fret, except for the B string, which is always a half step off from the rest. And your target note is on the 6th fret on that one, and then on the on the other strings, these are the target notes down at the end. Okay, so that's pretty much the lesson.